Hello there, and Juline here, and welcome to Juline Plays Hearthstone. Today we're gonna play some quest mage, but first of all, thank you to every one of you who's liked, subscribed to the channel, who's made comments on the video. It's a huge motivation for me to keep pushing out these videos on a daily basis. I appreciate every one of you. So smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, make some comments. I'll love to talk to each and every one of you in the comment section. But that's all for that. Let's play some Hearthstone. So, as I said, today we're gonna play a bit of quest mage. This is a deck that I personally are very excited about to play, because when I got into Hearthstone like a year and a half ago, Quest Mage and Elemental Shaman was the two decks that I could afford to build at that point in time, and they carried me for a long while before I started to be able to create actual meta decks. So this is you could say a sort of reunion in a sense with the deck, and I'm looking really forward to see how it performs in the current meta. So I'm gonna play 3-5 games ish and give you my thoughts on it. So hopefully you will join me for that, and hopefully you can get a lot of enjoyment out of it too. So right off the bat, we have one of our worst matchup we could possibly want: an aggro druid or any aggro deck. Which is really not ideal, but let's see if we can pull off something here. Oh yeah, the yeah, like this match was over on that turn 1 truck.
Merely a setback.
So yeah, you don't want to play aggro. Oh, you don't want to play against an aggro player with this deck, because they're gonna slam you. But that's fine. That game never happened. Let's jump straight into the first game, sort of. Let's see if we can accomplish anything here.
Versus the Lich King!
You defy me, servant. Obey the
Okay.
will of Kel'Thuzad.
So, a Death Knight here. At least, this is probably not going to be an aggro player. So we have that working for us. So let's get into like the more nitty gritty of how quest mage actually works. So each quest step requires you to cast a fire, frost, and arcane spell. So you build your deck around those 3 spell classes, and then you sort of rotate them around, and by the end of it you get a 7/7 minion that increases your spell power or spell damage with 2 for the entirety of the match, even if the opponent manages to kill that minion. So that is what we're looking for, and that's what we're gonna try and do here. And this is a Frost Death Knight, so we have to play fast, so we can't dilly-dally too much. So let's get some card draw. We need different kinds of spells here. now we're gonna do one of the things that seems very counter-intuitive. Is we're gonna destroy our minion. And this might be wasting the spell a little bit, but we need that completion and we need to get working, and he's not playing minions, so. Arcane Intellect as a help.
The citadel stands strong.
That helps also a little bit.
Understand the code.
Okay, so start by freezing both of them. Kill one of them. And let's draw 2 Arcane Intellect. So here we're looking for a Frostspell. So mine works. And let's just kill this off. Get the fire spell.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Pick me! Pick me!
Okay, Vampiric Blood. Very interesting. Okay, so here, missing Frost and we're missing Arcane. So, let's do the snowman. That's a Frostball. And then I'm gonna do Second Flame into Siphon Mana. Use our entire hand.
Most intriguing.
Should give us a quest reward. Arcane Storm Grasp. As you see, for the rest of the game, you have spell damage +2. So here,
I have proven
we want to get
myself.
Dawn
I
Grasp back down.
demand answers.
And then we want to use Solar Revive because there's a quite possible, it's quite possible that he can just kill us next turn. And we want to stay alive, because if we can stay alive, we can probably sneak a win. So, these is gonna go to 5 mana each, which means we have 15 damage in hand. With Vexilus, that's gonna be 30 damage. So if we can draw something else, then we potentially have a win. Or if Dawngrass is left alive on the board, that's lethal too. So we have multiple outs here. All comes down to what kind of options do they have in hand.
I have but little
Clear Dawngrass, they can freeze him. That's gonna make it harder for us. And there's the spell we needed, so we do Vexilus.
Most intriguing.
And there's lethal. Yeah. Again, similar to our experience with the secret maze yesterday, you have to know your opponent. You have to know what they are trying to do in their game plan. Are they looking to burst you down from hand? Are they going to play fast? It's going to be a long game. Having these meta reads is what's going to determine your success or failure. Because if you plan for a slower game against an aggro player or a Frost Death Knight, then you're gonna get aggroed out of the playing field, so to speak. And if you're trying to play fast against a Blood Death Knight who's gonna heal for tons and tons and use from Paraglot to Kingdom Come, well, then you're gonna be in trouble. Because they can just out-heal you and then you're going to run out of resources. In that game you want to play the long game. Hold on to your damage spells. And all useful tools to maximize how much damage you can do with your spells because you have a limited amount of them. So it's all about the meta read, and it requires a bit of knowledge on which deck is in the meta, what kind of cards do they play, generally speaking. Like, you can't plan for every single tech card out there, and people are gonna do that. Like, people who are gonna play Viper because they wanna counter a Miracle Rogue, no problem for you, etc. Like, you can't plan for everyone, but every deck has a general game plan that they wanna accomplish. Every deck is built around one central idea, and that idea is what you need to interpret and figure out what to do with. So,
Now,
I see a 30 card, no brainer for Hunter. My mind jumps to either Shockspitter Hunter or on Face Hunter. Either one of those is gonna play fast, and it's gonna be a challenge for me to deal with. So, I'm gonna try and play as fast as I can and see if I can pull that off. As the game progresses, they might show something different that hints towards another kind of hunter deck, but most likely it's going to be either Shockspitter or Face Hunter.
Caught this one eating party snacks.
Let's get that one cleared. So, currently, we have several options. Like, we have Ruined Orb for an arcane spells, and that's gonna let us discover another spell. So, hopefully we can get a better Frost spells than Frozen Touch off that. If not, then we'll have to do a Frozen Touch or Solid Alibi. They're playing a little bit slow, so I'm thinking that probably not aggro. So I'm gonna try and put in for a little bit longer game plan here and be mana efficient and do the Arc Splitter. for one thing, they are playing really slow. Being really considerate of all the options. Okay, a battle ram. Okay. 30 card beast hunter maybe? Maybe. Anyway, let's progress our quest here because we're stacking up spells in hand. Okay, we have plenty of arcane spells. We're missing frost spells essentially. So let's go blizzard. Let's just do solid alibi. Gonna burn some damage from the weapon that's gonna come out next time. So. At least that's something. That drew us our second alibi. So we have that as an option. That's good.
What a delicious party!
Okay. Let's clean that up. Well, the offense can be useful later on. We need a frost spell. I'll just clear this up to avoid a bit of damage. And then we can do a blizzard next turn, or a frozen touch. Either way, we should be good. So this is Shock Spitter. They are just playing incredibly slow and probably had a really bad hand to begin with, but that's fine. So let's just do Frozen Touch. Quest. Don't really have a fire spell in hand, so I'll just take Flame Strike to have one. So an Arc Split out there.
Job done. What a delicious party!
Okay, we can complete our quest here. So let's just start by freezing between these. Oh, I might have spoken too soon. We're gonna miss a mana. This should set us up fairly nicely here. Maybe not. Nope. They had it. Sitting on those yak spitters. Should have played that alibi. So this is gonna be potentially the last game of the day, depending on what kind of game we're running into. It's a short game, we might do another one.
Kael'thas versus Rexa.
Okay,
The
Hunter
power
again.
of evil cannot be matched.
It's been a lot of hunters today. These are fairly good options against the hunter.
Ah, I see you've brought guests.
Job's done.
Oh, couldn't really ask for a better hand here.
The iron divine is mine.
Can't shift this phase, but I can get that annoying truck out of here.
Job's done.
So let's do Arc Splitter and just freeze that minion.
Job's done.
What is it?
Yeah, we want to do some control here, so let's get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. This.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Okay. Let's do Arcane Intellect here. Let's get another one out of the way.
Job's done.
Use us with a frost spell.
Pick me! Pick me!
I'll take a bit of damage, but that's fine. At least I hope so. Let's do sorted alibi here. Cold case is gonna be good. Get some armor and a frost spell.
You better watch your step, missus.
Should definitely expect ice trap here. let's try. Yeah, as I said. So we need a fire spell. Need an arcane spell. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. And I wanna clear this minion up.
Time's short.
Hopefully they can pull a win on hand. That's exactly what they can. I'll do one more game. Just for good measure. And hopefully this time we won't face a hunter. So you can see how this deck works against other classes too. Okay, it's not a hunter. Okay. A mage.
Behold the magic of death.
Very,
Knowledge
very
is
interesting matchup here, I think. Don't want to keep fire sale. So we start off with tons of arcane spells in our hand. And not a lot of fire or frost. This could cause a slight issue. Like hopefully this is not aggro mage, so I'm fairly confident we should be fine either way. Also very comforting that they mulligan their entire hand away. No turn 1 play. Quest on 1, of course. And, let's see how we proceed from here. Okay, you're a power. Okay. And I'll waste a bit of arcane spells here, but that's fine. Going for the overall gameplay. Or the long-term game plan. And reduce our hand a little bit. And if we don't draw anything like a frost spell or fire spell or anything in that matter, and that category, we're most likely just gonna coin out Agwen and get the extra spell damage going. Yeah, more arcane spells.
My powers are never truly gone.
Agwen's gonna be a help here, hopefully. they're just gonna destroy random minions. That's fine. That's why you can get a cheaper 2 mana. Cold Case is a big help.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
No potions belt.
I am short on time.
More arcane spells. So this can reduce our hand. Let's draw with arcane intellect. That's a fire spell, not the fire spell we would have wanted, but let's just draw again with arcane. Arcane multicaster. There's the fire spell we want. So for us, this is a slow game, for sure. Okay, gotta be destroyed.
Too much power.
Where did it get that? Oh, mixed concoction, of course.
I am short on time.
Okay, let's get both of these out of here. Ooh, do that again. Let's do wound out for an arcane spell. 7 mana is probably a good choice. That's the turn.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Okay, that's very helpful. So let's just freeze that mini. Let's look for a frost spell here. That works. Arc Splitter. And we can just complete our quests. Fire. arcane. Should get the quest. If they futile right now, it would be very sad, but hopefully they don't run futile. I don't think a 30 card deck from Rogue would run that card. So. Should be fairly safe here.
Symptoms will be severe.
So we can put our game plan into mode next turn.
Short on time.
So it's important in this calculation that we know this worm is going to give us plus 2 spell damage. 2 spell damage for 1 mana, which is really, really good. So,
I have proven myself.
let's do Dawn Grasp to make sure that we're not getting murdered from hand. I'll just do a solid Alba because I want to be sure here. So, let's do Arcane Intellect. Vexless is all kinds of amazing here. We have more than enough for lethal. Just need to survive the turn. I don't care about the minion.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
It did what it should do. Aslo, it's gonna do the full damage anyway. That's fine. That's not gonna kill us.
I am short on time.
Can't use it again, no matter what.
Symptoms will be severe.
But it does mean that he has lethal from hand next turn.
Please slow it down! Please slow it down!
He's forcing us to have the lethal. Which we do. So we do Vexillus. One little Arcane Worm. And 2 spells should be enough. Because each is 14 damage from hand. So yeah, that's Quest Mage. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So my thoughts on Quest Mage. It's fun to play. Like once you get that spell damage going and you start putting out like 14 damage for a single spell for 1 mana, then it's really, really fun. In this current meta, I think it's too slow. I really do. I mentioned this yesterday as well. I believe it was. There's been teased nerfs that could point us towards a more slow meta game. If that happens, perhaps Quest Mage is going to be more viable. For now, I wouldn't advise you to play this deck on ladder. Like if you have the cards and just want to look for a good time and grind out some games and you don't care if you win or lose, by all means have at it and you're gonna have a good time with this deck, I believe. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Quest Mage. Slow but fun. So tomorrow we're gonna play an even slower deck. We're gonna play some Control Paladin. Hope you will join me for that. And don't forget to like the video. If you have all comments on how I misplayed with the decks, I'm sure there's some. Leave that in the comments. Point them out. I'll be happy to debate them with you if they need debating. And like the video, subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell so you don't miss our daily uploads. And until tomorrow with the Control Paladin, goodbye for now, guys, and see you then.